In 2023, our family embarked on a new adventure in France. This property will serve as a store location for French Farmhouse Flair and our second home. My name is Jessica Lawrence. Come join me on my adventures in France. Get ready for some French Farmhouse Flair. Bonjour friends, and happy French Friday to you. Today we are going to be working on getting our store here in France ready. We have a lot of work to do inside the building, but also on the exterior as well. But for now, we're going to be focusing on the interior. So let's get started. Okay, friends, so the first order of business is to get this large stone, what we think is a feeding trough, out of the store. And we're not even sure how it got here or why it's here, because you're probably wondering the same thing that we were when we bought the building. And we're not sure exactly why or how or what the purpose was behind it, but we think because it was a floral shop prior, the previous owner had a floral shop in here, and so we think that she probably had dirt inside of this and had some plants planted inside of this, and that's the only thing we could come up with. But it was empty when we bought the property, so we're not really sure what the purpose was for it. But we do want to remove it. It's quite big. It's in the way, and we need the space for the store. To be able to put French antiques in here and everything. We just need the space because it's not a huge store to begin with, so we need every little square inch that we can use here in the store. So we definitely need the space more than we need this object in here, so we're going to try to get it out. It's really difficult to get out, and it's super heavy. My husband had to use a jackhammer to get it out. Okay, now that it's released and not attached to the flooring anymore, we can roll it across the floor, and he has made a ramp with wood, so we're just going to roll it up that ramp because there's a couple of stairs that are in the shop here that go up and out to the outside. So we're going to just push it up the ramp that he made and get it out of here, get it out of the shop. So it's super heavy, but we are managing to get it out, just the two of us, and we finally got it out. What a relief it is. And my thought is that I can maybe just put some dirt in it and plant some flowers in it, and it'll look pretty outside. But actually, when the cider barn brocante couple came and delivered a piece of furniture to us, they actually wanted it, so we said, sure, you guys can have it. And my husband helped them load it up into their vehicle. Okay, so now Mr. French Farmhouse filled the hole with gravel, and he also put cement on top of that. And then he actually put more cement on top, but I forgot to video that, and then he smoothed it out. But while we're waiting for that to dry, we're going to work on this back wall. There used to be some shelving back here that we took down, and so Mr. French Farmhouse is going to fill those holes for me, and then we will be ready to install this French Country toile wallpaper that we had actually left over from when we wallpapered the salon room, which in the US would be called a living room. So we are just going to reuse what we already had, so that will be a little bit of a savings for us on this project, and we won't have to go out and buy any. We'll just use what we have left over, and I'm glad that we can put that wallpaper to some good use, and it won't go to waste. And this wallpaper was not cheap, so I'm glad that we're able to use up the rest of it, and that we have enough to do this one wall here. So it'll be a nice feature wall in the shop. And we already have the stone wall too in here that's such a nice feature wall as well. I'm having to hold the camera and do all the videoing because I totally forgot to bring my tripod to France with me this trip, and so it's back in the US, and I have to just hold the camera the whole time I'm filming. So I'm going to try to help Mr. French Farmhouse as much as I can, so I'm not going to film the whole process of us working, but here I am filming with one hand and rolling with the other, and I'm just trying to roll the seams so that they lay nice and flat. But I wish I would have remembered my tripod, so please bear with me on the whole filming process of this video.
De Coco Chanel.
The Coco Chanel.
The Cuckoo Chanel.
The Coco Chanel.
Did you know that? That's it's Cuckoo Chanel?
I didn't know that was Coco Chanel. Coco Chanel.
1921, qui est le 5e mois de l'année. Et c'est comme ça qu'est né le numéro 5 de Chanel, qui était, je crois, le parfum de Marilyn Monroe.
Gerson, tu as gagné, on se retrouve pour la finale.
Bravo.
Lisa, bravo.
Bravo.
Tu as bien participé. Et puis, avant de savoir qui va gagner et de retrouver les garçons pour qui s'affrontent en demi-finale, c'est l'heure de la. Merci, bravo.
Merci, bravo.
C'est Thibaut et Joris là qui vont s'affronter en demi-finale. Lequel des deux va rejoindre Gerson en finale?
Et je vous fasse quelque chose à la bouche aussi, si vous voulez.
Eh ben, on va les accueillir.
J'ai moussé, bien sûr.
Ah, bien sûr. Allez, les garçons, vous êtes là?
Oui, bonjour.
On peut choco cette fois alors? Oui, bonjour.
Voilà.
Voilà.
Je fais deux choses à la fois, c'est pour ça.
Ah, d'accord, ok, le gars fait deux choses à la fois. Alors, Thibaut, qui habite en Indre-et-Loire, à Tours, tu es célibataire, tu as une fille de 17 ans, un fils de 12 ans, tu es dispatcher. Et alors, justement, on n'en a pas parlé la dernière fois, mais alors il paraît que tu n'es pas du tout bricoleur.
Non, pas du tout.
Et pourquoi, s'il te plaît?
Parce que je ne m'y suis jamais intéressé et c'est pas plus mal pour tout le monde.
Ah, d'accord.
Moi, c'est bien pour mes doigts, c'est bien pour les voisins, c'est très très bien.
D'accord, donc quand t'as un truc à réparer, t'appelles quelqu'un d'autre, en fait.
J'appelle Françoise, que j'embrasse, qui doit écouter à cette heure-ci. Et elle vient bricoler. Bah, salut Françoise.
Bravo, Mr. French Farmhouse. The wall is all done. I am really happy with how it turned out. And now we can turn our attention onto the next item. And we need to decide if we're going to keep this wall of mirrors or not. The one thing we do like about it is that it makes the room feel bigger. It makes it appear like it's larger than what it is. But I do need a spot to be able to hang pictures because we have the stone wall and then we have the wall of mirrors, and it's just not a lot of space to hang pictures from. So we're thinking about taking this back corner part down, and so Mr. French Farmhouse has taken that part of the mirror down, and he is adding the wood shiplap to the walls. And I think it's looking good so far, and it'll be a nice place to hang oil paintings and different pictures that I want to sell in the shop. Voila! There you have it. It's all done. I think it turned out really nice. Let me know what you think about it and what would you have chosen to do. It's always hard to decide on what to do. The next project I tackle is whitewashing these beams, so I am just painting them using a white paint, and I just want to lighten them up so they're not so dark. I want more of that shabby chic look on here, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm not making it perfect. I'm not worried about it being perfect. I kind of don't mind if some of the stain colors does show through, so it's not putting it on like super thick. And here you can see the 3 beams I painted are done. I also painted the interior shop door and the trim around the door, and now Mr. French Farmhouse is tackling this project. In the front of the shop, we had a spot where it has a brick area where she also had stone inside of there, so we had to take all the stone pebbles out first, and then we removed all of the brick so that we can have a flat surface. Again, we just need more floor space to be able to put furniture and different things that I'll be selling. The next project I start working on is trying to figure out what we're going to do with the flooring. Now that we have these awkward, weird spots in the flooring, what to do. We thought about replacing all the flooring and tearing out the tile and everything, and then maybe putting down wood floors, or maybe even just going over it with new flooring, with maybe putting down wood floor or something. Again, another decision to make, not knowing what we should do, but I thought to save money that we should just leave the tile because it is in good shape, it's in good condition, and if we can just disguise the bad spots, it'll be okay. And I do plan on putting down a rug in here in the store, so that will cover this area anyway. I'm curious, let me know in the comments below, what would you do to the flooring? I decided to paint it. I found a terracotta color of paint which does not match perfectly. It doesn't match very good, but it was the best color that I could find, and I think it looks really good in person. It looks actually a little bit better than it even shows up here on camera, I feel like. And so I took one of extra tile piece that we had, and I just traced it out on the floor and then painted the tiles, and then I also painted the grout lines to match. Mr. French Farmhouse was very impressed with what I did, and he couldn't believe that I'd painted it, and he thought it looked like real tile. I guess it looks like tile that we replaced like the missing tile with, and But to me, I still wasn't like super happy with it the way it looked because it's not a perfect match with the other tile. But it was the closest color that I could find to paint it. So it is what it is, and we are going to be putting down, like I said, rugs. So it will be covered, so it's really not a huge deal. So moving on to our next project, and that is going to be the ceiling tiles in here. I'm not happy with the drop down ceiling. I would love to just take it all down and have the exposed beams, but as you can see, there's a lot of wiring up there for the electrical and lights and everything, so that would be kind of hard. I don't know what we would do with all of that. And then we started thinking, wouldn't it be really cool if we could do like a metal type tin looking ceiling tiles up there instead of these white tiles. And so we started looking online to see what we could find, maybe possibly in France, and then we drove all over to different stores to see if we could find something similar or anything we could use. We know they carry it in the US at the Home Depot and Lowe's home improvement stores, but we couldn't find anything here. So we were trying to figure out what should we do, and we thought we could check a craft like hobby store to see if I could even find a stencil to stencil it to look like that. And so luckily we did find a stencil that we thought would work, and I would just have to do 4 sections on each tile. The first one I did turned out okay, but I thought it looked a little too dark, so I went a little bit lighter after that, and I lightened this one up with some white paint on top of it. After this first one I did, I just started using less paint on my sponge brush and that I was stenciling with, and I think they started turning out better. I liked it better, so I just did the rest of them a little bit lighter in color, and they're not all perfect, but I think it at least gives the ceiling tile a little more character. It ended up being pretty time consuming painting each one by hand using the stencil, but I think it was worth the time and effort that it took. Mr. French Farmhouse took down the modern light that was hanging here, and we are going to be hanging a pretty chandelier right here in its spot, but I haven't found the perfect one yet, so we're going to hold off on that for now and hang one up there when I find the right one. So we decided to leave the rest of the mirrors and only remove that one section of the mirrors, so I think it's going to make the room feel larger than what it is, and so I do like that, and I think the reflection of the chandelier in the mirror is going to look really pretty and give that ambient lighting in the room. And also, I think it's going to give a little bit of visual drama. It will act as a stunning focal point, similar to historic designs like the Chateau of Versailles, the Hall of Mirrors. So I think it'll be pretty. We still have a few things that we would like to do to the exterior of the building as well. Like one of the things we want to do is get it power washed. We need to get the whole exterior, the back and the front of the building power washed. And then we would also like to hang a new awning. Where this green striped awning is, I would like to put a black and white striped one that we found at the Home Improvement Center here in France. So that's just to name a few things that we would like to still do on the exterior. In the next video, I'm going to give you a tour of the inside of the shop with it all decorated and filled with lots of French goodies. So make sure you come back and visit with me next French Friday. After my recent haul video, some of you asked if I sell anywhere, and of course I have my brick and mortar store here in France, but I've also started to sell on Etsy again. I'm going to try to put the link below for you so you can click on it and it will take you right to my Etsy shop. But I already have the link on my Instagram account. If you want to click on it on there, it will take you straight to my Etsy shop as well. Okay, my sweet friends, that will conclude my video for today. Please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping by to visit with me. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. A bientôt.